I'm not sure if this is the best idea I ever had in my life, but my best mineral, where I get all my trail cameras, pictures are right over there. We've had a ton of rain lately. We're supposed to get a lot more in the next 5 days, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to get across after today. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be over my head, and I know this area because I've walked across it a billion times, but I'm thinking it's gonna be to the top of my chest, so I'm gonna try to get a 20-pound bucket of mineral over there while I can. This might be the last footage I take. Enjoy. And you thought I died. Got her. A little bit of swim, a little scary, but I made her out. A little blood, but hey, I gotta feed my babies. Gotta make sure they're healthy.
Bow hunting is my life. Filming is my passion. My bow is my weapon. Hunting giant deer is my purpose. Shed hunting is what moves me. Chasing spring gobblers sharpens our skills. Designing the gear that I use is my job. Making better bow hunting videos is my duty. These are my friends and my brothers. This is my world. This is Whitetails Inc.
One of the areas that I get a lot of questions about is in regard to equipment. This year I'm going to try to show you everything we use in the field, whether it's made by a sponsor or not. I've been reluctant to get too heavy into promoting different products, but let's face it, the tools we use help us get the job done.
Timmy and I are starting our 5-day process of hell on earth, where we got to go on 2 different properties, completely trim them out. We got 10 stands that we want to get set basically over the next 5 days. And instead of doing it alone, with 2 of us, we should be able to knock them out at a faster pace. Go figure. I'm going to quickly go through. I've been putting all of our gear together, and it takes a lot of gear to get this much stuff put up into the air, it seems like. Backpacks I use. Sitka Gear makes a really nice pack. The thing I like about their pack is that they've actually got it's an internal frame / external frame, really lightweight. And it actually provides an airspace between your load and your back, so you get some ventilation, which keep you a little bit cooler on those hikes. Got a real nice padded waist strap, and plenty of room to carry all kinds of gear in here. One of the biggest things that I have to carry is, and this is an awesome piece of equipment, it's called the dromedary bag. This actually holds, I think, 6 liters of water. So you can easily put this into any pack, which is what I'll do with this one. And pack it in the timber instead of trying to carry a bunch of milk jugs and different things with water. Another thing for me that's an absolute lifesaver is a camel bag. I wear this when I'm out trimming stands, hanging stands, whatever, and you never have to be looking for water. You always got it on your back. So it's a big tool for, especially in the summer. It's late July, brutally hot. It's gonna be 90 degrees all week. So I'm gonna be drinking a ton of freaking water. I sweat so bad
that I actually pre-package an extra hat, a towel, and a t-shirt. So throughout the day, as my shirt completely saturates, my hat saturates, then I start dripping, becoming a dripping mess, and it's just uncomfortable. So I'll pack a couple of these in my pack, just in a Ziploc bag, so that you can put your nasty clothes in these soaking wet, and it doesn't get all your other stuff completely contaminated. Of course, we got a harness with lineman rope. Mechanics gloves. These are by far the best gloves I have found for hanging tree stands, trim them out. As always, I always bring a heavy-duty climbing grade rope with a carabiner on the end for pulling up those big stands. Got wicked tree gear hand saws. First time we're going to be able to use them out in the field hanging our tree stands, which will be sweet. I got a little tip and trick for you too. Bright ice. I use a little Tupperware container because the ones they come in, as you know, are complete junk and are broken in your pack within about 10 seconds of leaving your truck. Got 10 stands set up here, and each one, what I've found over the years is that don't make yourself do this the morning you're going to go out and hang stands. I like to do everything prep ahead. Got 2 extra belts on here. I got a cable lock, got a rope, so all these stands we're going to be bringing out over the next 10 days, they're preset. I got everything on them that we need to hang them. Especially Timmy came from out of town. I don't want to dink around with trying to find gear, figure out where it's at. So I personally do all this stuff ahead of time just so that you can be more efficient. Efficiency in the woods is huge, and this is enough work. Don't put yourself at a total disadvantage because you're completely unorganized. Other than that, got 2 different pruners. This is a silky pole saw. I've never actually owned one. I finally invested in one. They're not cheap, but this sucker extends to like 21 feet. So with Timmy's 10-foot height and reach, we should be able to reach every other branch. And then I got my old go-to pole pruner that I had to once again repair and tweak and tune yesterday because it was pretty beat up. But yeah, man, it's not a very fun job, but it's critical. You just got to do it.
It's got the special pad.
Timmy and I are out on a farm, and we're looking at basically this bedding area. There's a knob right up here. You can see here behind me, right up all in this. This is a knob that's just a thick, nasty cedar bedding area. I saw this spot when I was shed hunting, and I told Timmy this is definitely, you know, a spot we need to concentrate on. They've already got a stand here from last year, but I don't like it. It's up on this knob, and I know this is going to be our target spot where bucks are going to cruise because there was huge buck sign along this edge this winter when I shed hunted it. So we know we got to get a stand up here, and maybe we just use this as our center point where we want to put tree stands around this bedding area, put a couple different ones for a couple different winds, and concentrate on it, and then probably put, you know, a couple other stands. But I don't know, we're just gonna have to go look at it right now and scout it. This is what takes the longest. It's not just hanging tree stands. You got to come out here and kind of figure the spots out. If you've been in here before hunting season, it definitely makes it easier. But when I scouted this spring, there's a line of giant buck rubs that run right through the middle of this thing, and you can see there's a natural line right through here where cover changes. Thick over here, it's a little bit more open on this side. And gee, look at this, right on the inside of the thicket. That's where all the big bucks sign in. This is where you have to be able to shoot in order to kill one of these deer as opposed to just seeing them. And you can see multiple years of rubbing on these trees. I bet you this is a big community area right here. Look at the buck sign right here. Big one from last year. There's another giant rub over here. And all this sign is on the edge of the thickest, nastiest crap. This is where we can kill a big buck. There's not a doubt in my mind. Of course, it means a heck of a lot more trimming and a pain in the butt setting up, but it's all about location.
It's all about location. Right down here in the bottom, there is a intersection of probably 3 or 4 major ravines. Everything kind of meets in the bottom. But it seems like when I've hunted these spots in the past, that may be the corridor for activity as far as all the regular deer are concerned, younger bucks, does. But man, these thick, nasty areas, time and time again, down one side of them, that's where you're going to catch a big mature buck. I don't really care where he's coming from or where he's going, because during the rut, they're cruising. This is a cruising spot. Morning set will be beautiful. It'll be tough to get in here, but we can do it.
You've heard me preaching about hunting the downwind side of thickets now for years. If you haven't heard it before, listen to me now. Thick cover is the way to big bone. I actually have an article coming out in the October-November issue of Bow Hunting World magazine discussing the same topic. I will seriously walk right past giant rubs, fresh scrapes, and huge runways to put myself on the thickest cover I can find. Generally though, where you find the thick cover, you will find the sign. I want to set my stands on the areas that literally give me goosebumps. If I can't get excited about a spot, then I move on.
We're not setting a single stand this year that we cannot truly believe we can kill a giant from, and that's from now on, that's all the spots I'm hunting, and if I have any doubt, I don't hunt them. Spend a little bit more time and energy setting better stands and having those 2 or 3 kick-butt spots on each property, as opposed to hanging stands everywhere just because you want to have tree stands up in the air, I guess. So let's do a quick hike around. All right, we are on the opposite side. This bedding area isn't that small. That's what, when I looked at it when I came out here, I said, you want a couple of stands for a couple different winds. And now we're on the opposite side. There's a hogzilla runway coming right out of the middle of this thing. And it's no accident that it's 2/3 of the way up from the bottom of the ravine, predominantly on a wind like this. They'll be using this trail, catching all the scent off the top, and then having a view to everything below. And this is all nice and thick up here. I mean, this is a no-brainer spot right here. There's a field edge right up here to a hidden field. Now, was that another spot we hunted right here, Timmy?
Yeah.
Okay. This is where we want to be. A lot of guys like hunt field edges, not myself. When you turn around and see this, this is what I hunt. It's not food, it's a bedding area. And I don't care where these other bucks are coming from, they're gonna come through here, because on this property, this is the thickest area that will be thick all the way through fall. So we definitely need one right here on this point. A lot of these spots you're dictated by trees, because it's pretty small timber. But I like this. This is a no-brainer spot for sure. So let's go back and grab our this is what you need, man. If you're gonna come out here and put a bunch of work, you can't be second guessing the stand the whole time you're setting it. You gotta be positive that the spot you're in is gonna be where you can kill something. So let's take a walk around here, see if there's another spot that we want to set a third stand over this bedding area. But this is where I'm gonna put all my apples, man. It's always difficult deciding where to hunt, and when we hunt these areas, there's runways everywhere. I mean, that's the spot. A lot of deer activity right out of this bedding area, and you can't cover everything. There's no frickin' way you can. So all you can do is do your best job to set up for some different winds. This is gonna be killer. Timmy and I have walked all around this bedding area now, and the buck sign from last year is freaking incredible. There's no doubt. There's a huge line of sign right up here, a huge line of sign right up here, and it all comes together right here. Looking around, man, there ain't much for trees, but this is the spot we need to hunt. We got to be able to find, I mean, it's like, I'm standing here and I can literally just see rubs through the timber, and this is the thick bedding area. Northwest wind will be coming right off. I can check that real quick. North is straight up here. Northwest wind off this point. Oh my God, money. We set up right over here, so our wind goes right off into this bottom, and we're gonna catch deer coming from both directions, catching the downwind side of this bedding area. And we just gotta be able to drill holes to shoot into this thick, nasty stuff, as well as there's another ridge that kind of runs that way. So we're gonna have shot that way, shot this way. All right, we gotta go grab some gear and start hanging. It's already 10:17. We haven't even started working yet. So. Boon or bust. Yeah. Gotta always split the difference between whichever direction's your cameraman. That's one problem
that we have now is we film everything. So when you're setting these stands, it's not as easy as just setting up for the hunter. You gotta figure for filming, everything's a pain in the butt. So camera stand is gonna be off the back, hunter off the front, as close to back as possible. And it should work, I hope. Hold on 1 second here. Thing works freaking awesome, dude. First time I've used it from a tree stand.
Well, we just got our first set done at our new farm this year. Me and Todd are gonna be hunting. Pretty sweet set. Big bedding area behind us, and we're right on the edge of it. We've marked it all out with bright eyes. Should be perfect set. Pretty pumped about October.
Good morning set.
Yeah, real good morning set.
November, early November, it should be out of control.
We could set all day here, and I wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
No. Everything comes through here.
Yep.
Where are we going next, buddy?
About 100 yards up, there's another spot on the other side of the bedding area, just as sweet as this. Actually, you could probably put like 5 stands around this bedding area and it'd be pretty awesome. But we'll go check this one out.
Well, just when I thought that it was going easy, I get the trim out job, which consists of cutting 27 Osage orange trees out. Frickin' those things are the best damn tests for a handsaw. I put this thing, I am absolutely soaking gross, soaking wet. So I'm gonna change right here, and 2 down, 1 to go. Well, 4:38. We're on stand number 3 for the day. So far, so good. The last one about killed me. So it's my turn to set this one. Wait a minute, I set all of them. It's my turn to set this one and let Timmy trim it out. So of course, what freaking tree do we pick? A thorny locust. And if you haven't seen one, they've got spikes like that covering the entire tree. Makes setting them a lot of fun. I pushed one of these through my fingernail last year, and I try to avoid that now. But when you come back, Timmy might be dead with a wicked saw sticking out of his head. Yeah.
This season, Tim Thacker and I have a few farms that we're hunting together. They have some trees, some fields, and some giant bucks for us to set our sights on. Thank you for watching part 1 of 3 Days to Die. Next week, we'll get deep in the timber and spread some sweat around. If you haven't already bought a Wicked Tough saw, they are in stock and shipping daily. Check them out at wickedtreegear.com. It'll be the last saw you ever buy, and I guarantee it. How many handsaws have you broken over the years? There's nothing worse than being in the middle of nowhere and all of a sudden,
I just broke my saw.
so, while I'm pleased to inform you, those days are over. My name is Todd Pringnitz, and bow hunting is not only my life, but designing the gear I use in the field really is my job. I've been designing, engineering, and supplying a variety of hunting products for the past 10 years, all the while waiting for somebody to finally build a good quality saw. That day never came, so I took it upon myself to solve one of the biggest product issues in hunting today. Cheap plastic handsaws that are just not designed for the serious hunter. So I guess it was time for a serious hunter to design one for the rest of us. Wicked Tree Gear's Wicked Tough handsaw solves all the problems of the cheap plastic ones. Its foundation for strength is the patent-pending cast aluminum handle design, which is tough as nails and can handle all the abuse you can throw at it. The fail-safe blade lock design is made from hardened steel and designed to eliminate the most common blade lock failure that happens with the top locking style saws. The Wicked Tough saw uses all hardened steel nuts and bolts, so there is no plastic or cheap metal to bend, wear, or break. The Wicked Tough handle is quite possibly the most comfortable handsaw handle ever made. It's designed to fit your hand, not on a pole, and it's not made from cheap plastic. Its non-slip rubber grip is actually molded around the cast aluminum handle to ensure that it will never break off or fail. It's the first of its kind, and you will feel the difference instantly. The handle angle and position are designed to align your wrist with your forearm, which translates into a more comfortable and efficient cut. When it comes to blades, you truly get what you pay for. The Wicked Sharp blade is made to perform. Its heavy gauge, high carbon steel construction is not only wicked sharp, but it's as durable as you can get. It will not bend, break, or bind like so many of the cheap blades on the market. I'm so confident that you will love the way the Wicked saw cuts that if you don't believe it's the finest cutting saw you've ever used, I'll give you your money back. That's the Wicked Sharp guarantee. The Wicked Tough handsaw comes with a limited lifetime guarantee that ensures it will truly be the last saw you ever buy. For less than the cost of filling up a tank of gas, you can own the saw that'll last forever. Stop wasting your money on junk plastic handsaws and invest in a Wicked Tough saw.